What's up, y'all? Y'all know what it is, man. It is King Lucky Money, and I'm back with another video. Hey, look at here. This is going to be a different one right here. Everybody knows right now, the king of Boulder right now, the king of Boulder, Colorado, the king of, the king of the portal, the king of the recruiting. Y'all know his name, man. Coach Prime. Alright, as you can see on the screen here, man, as you see in the title, it says what? The day I met Coach Prime, right? This is an all true story, an untold story on how I met the legend, the myth, the man, my boy, my bro, Coach Prime, right? First of all, shout out to Coach Prime, man. Shout out to Bucky, shout out to Shadul, shout out to Shiloh, shout out to Deandra, Shalimar, the whole fam, Mama Connie, Tracy, everybody, Truth fam, everybody. And I do want to add in these pictures that you see on this screen that I'm showing come from Jan Patterson. She's one of Coach Prime's photographers. She's been with Coach Prime for years, so I'm using her pictures in this video. As you see some of these pictures, you'll see me working with the Truth Organization. For those that don't know about the Truth Organization, it was a youth football program from flag football all the way up to 12U. A team out of an organization out of Dallas, Texas, which I was a part of for 3 years. And we're going to get into that. But first of all, I want to say I had the same admiration about Coach Prime just like everybody else coming up. I was an athlete. I played football. I played cornerback, kick return, punt return. I ran track, the whole nine. And, of course, Coach Prime was with Deion Sanders at the time. He was one of my favorite athletes. Still is to this day. Like I said, I'm just like everybody else. I admired him. I wanted to be like him. I played ball like him. I studied him. I had a great high school football career. Had a lot of interceptions, touchdowns, everything. You know what I mean? So I always had a lot of respect for Coach Prime. Way before I even met him, like I said, he's always been that guy. Like he said, he's him. He's always been him. So let's get into it. I have my youngest son. His name is Gabriel, right? I'm not going to say his nickname because I don't want nobody to steal his nickname. So his first name is Gabriel, right? So okay, he had to be around 4 or 5 years old at the time. So as a father, you're kind of waiting for you want to. Especially when you have sons, you can't wait to put them in sports, right? So I went for daddy mode, and it was like clockwork. I had mentioned to my wife that I was like, hey, I want to put Gabriel in football, and then I was like, you know what? I'll do it when he's ready. Now, mind you, he's just like any other 4 or 5 year old kid at the time. He's running around, playing with footballs and running and just the regular. Things 5-year-olds do, right? So as I mentioned this to my wife, I say, hey, I want to put Cheetah on some football. And I said it just like this. I say, well, I'll put him in when he started asking me about being a part of a team. Sure enough, the next day, my wife come home from work and she's like, it says she had heard on the radio, a promo radio on the radio here in Dallas, Texas, that they was having football tryouts, for kids. And they had the address and the whole nine. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, And like I say, the way universe sets up just blows my mind. The timing of this story, right? So when she tells me about this organization that's having tryouts, which was like just say me and her having this conversation like on a Tuesday or something, and she had heard on the radio that they was having their first tryouts like that following Saturday, like this coming Saturday that was coming up, right? So, okay, so excuse me. The next day after that is when my son come to me and say, I'm just playing around with him, just regular stuff. And he's like, Dad, I want to play football. And I was like, you do? He was like, yeah, I want to play football. So I was like, okay, you know what? We're going to put you on the team, just like that. So I went back and told my wife, I was like, yo, he asked me about football. I was like, I'm like, look at the time of this. It was great. Now, mind you, this story is 100% true. 100% true, right? Okay. So we pull up, we looked up the details, and it was told on the details. It was like, bring the kids. They had to wear a gray shirt, black shorts, black cleats. Cool. So I go and get him some stuff. He already had black shorts. I went and bought him a gray t-shirt, some black cleats. We go to practice. We pull up there, over there off Pleasant Run Road, up there at Trinity Tigers Christian High School, Trinity Tigers up there in Cedar Hill over there. We pull up there. It's my first time coming up there. Didn't know anything about Trinity. Like I said, because I'm from Louisiana, I knew nothing about that. We pull up there, and we sitting there. The coaches, they get the kids. Now mind you, it's 12U down here, 11U, 10U, 8U, 7U, 6U, 5U. So they have all the kids spread out, and they're warming up and they get ready, do exercise. So I'm sitting in the stands, man, my wife and my daughter. I'm sitting here like a proud father, just watching my boy get out here and play football for the first time. I'm just enjoying the moment, having the daddy mode, right? So I'm quite sure a lot of people that's gonna be watching this video, if you're a father, if you already know what I'm talking about, so you already understand it. Even if you're a woman, even if you're a mother, you already understand what it's like to see your kids try sports for the first time. So these are the things that I'm checking out with him, right? So okay. So I'm sitting there in the stands, and like I said, I'm watching him. He doing his thing. Coach, they doing the drills and the exercise stuff, and I'm just watching how this is his first time doing these drills. He's doing great, natural. So, and I'm kind of sitting in the bleachers, and I'm kind of looking down. There's a lot of people here. And I look all the way on the other end of the field, because a lot of men, a lot of coaches out here, and I'm looking, and I said to myself, man, that look like Deion Sanders down there. I'm saying this to myself. I said, man, that look like Deion Sanders down there. I'm like, nah, ain't no Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, why would Deion be out here? Like, I'm just telling you what's going on in my mind. So we sitting here, we chilling. Probably about 30 minutes go by, we still watching, still watching my son on the field. And by this time, the coaches that was all the way far on this end zone, now they're closer now. So now I hadn't been paying them no mind because I'm watching my son. So now I'm looking now, and I look. So as I'm looking, then that's what my wife says. That look like Deion Sanders right there. So now that was confirmation after what I was already thinking, and she says it. Yeah, that's what made me look again. So I said, hold up, man, that is Deion Sanders. And I'm in my mind, so mind you, this is a guy, somebody who I admired, somebody who I looked up to, somebody who I crabbed my game after. And this is my first time seeing him in person. And mind you, since then, like, I've done all type of things. I've interviewed, I've met all type of celebrities. Only two people that ever had me nervous meeting them, and that would be one, Deion Sanders, and then and the other one would be the late great Nipsey Hussle. That's another story. I'm gonna give y'all that story next time when I met Nipsey. All right, so cool. And Coach Prime was literally standing at the end of the bleachers, and he's talking to parents and stuff. And I'm looking, in my mind, I'm still saying, yo, this is Deion freaking Sanders right here. You know what I mean? Like, what the? And he's just chilling. He's just, he's in. If you ever see Coach Prime when he's at practice, if you watch him on shout out to Wildlife Media, if you ever watch him on some of his films, that he be in that zone where he's just paying attention to stuff. You could tell he's thinking. He was in that mode. He had that energy going, but he was talking to the parents. So I'm like, excuse me. So I'm like, I said, yo, I gotta meet him. I told my wife, I said, yo, I gotta meet him. I got to meet Coach Prime. One way or another, I got to meet him. So she said, okay, well, whenever he's just kind of time it, whenever he finished talking to the other parents, just kind of because he was talking to the new parents and parents that way because they was asking about the program, this and third, right? So okay, cool. So I got up. So now I'm trying to in my head, I'm trying to figure out, man, what can I lead with? I don't want to come off as a fan. You know what I mean? It's like some male ego stuff here going on, right? So I don't want to come off as a fan. I just want to come off as a man, as a parent, and this, that, and the third. So now I thought about it. If Coach Prime watched this video, everything I'm about to say, he can vouch for everything I'm saying. One of my closest homeboys, one of my closest friends I grew up with and played ball with, his name is Big Noki. Out of Shreveport, Louisiana, right? Big Noki had a successful barbecue stand in our community. So he was the barbecue man, you know what I'm saying? So everybody knew him for his food, good food. Now, mind you, I had just saw Coach Prime had went to Shreveport and he was introduced to my homeboy Noki. Now, mind you, like this what I'm talking to you about now, it probably happened like 2 months prior to the story that I'm telling y'all now. I had just saw him on social media where Coach Prime came to my neighborhood. Shout out to Bebe, because Bebe, Hollywood Bebe, he connected the two together. And they did a video, and Coach Prime was in my neighborhood at Big Noki's barbecue stand. And when I saw that on social media, I was like, yo, Deion Sanders in my neighborhood. That made me feel good. And he was talking to one of my childhood friends. So I said that short story to segue into what I'm going to say now. So I thought about that moment. I said, oh, that's what I can say. I can bring Big Noki up. Da 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 da. Now, within them 2 months when Coach Prime met Noki, up until this particular day, my boy Big Noki suddenly passed away. Like a month after he met Deion, he passed away. So I was like, dang, I want to bring that up, but I didn't want to, have it on that energy because I didn't know if he knew Big Noki had passed or not. So I'm like, you know what? That's gonna be the segue into me going over there and talking to him, right? So, like I say, a couple parents. So I got up, made my way over there. I made my wife and my daughter. Like I said, my son on the field. So we walked over there. I'm nervous as I don't know what, y'all. I'm nervous, but I'm not showing it. But I'm nervous on their side. So I get over there. Hey, how you doing, Coach Prime? You know what I'm saying? Shake his hand. My wife shake his hand. My daughter shake his hand. He's very respectable. Very, very respectful. Super high class. So if you ever met Coach Prime, the same guy that you see in media, the same guy you see on TV, he's the same person in real life. He's very respectful, very tunnel vision. He knows what he wants. He's a man's man. Let's say that. So I was like, yo, what's up? How you doing, man? My name is, Lucky, man. Da-da-da. I'm from Louisiana, da-da-da. Got my son out here. And I was like, yo, man, you met one of my homeboys and Big Noki, da-da-da-da. As soon as I said that, he was like, oh, yeah, man, barbecue, man. Oh, yeah. That guy blessed. His food he's blessed, da-da-da-da. And he had already heard that Big Noki had passed. Because as soon as he said that, he was like, yeah, man, sorry to hear that. So I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, woo. So we kind of led with that. So sorry about that. So, and I want to say he was telling. I think I asked him about the program. How does it work? What I'm saying, this, that, and third. So he was like, "Yeah, man. We have a great foundation here. Great team, great supporting staff, top of the notch coaches. Boom, 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 boom." He was like, "Yeah, we got volunteers. The parents want to volunteer." But at the time, I had a job to where I didn't really know if I was going to be able to make the practices or even volunteer. But I heard him say you can volunteer. So I was like, okay, so. We wrap that up, and he going back down. He go back and finish doing what he was doing, and we go back and sit down. So I'm sitting there talking to my wife. I'm like, yo, I can't believe I just met Deion freaking Sanders. Like, I just could not get this out of my head, right? So, okay. Fast forward, summer practices go on. So with my job schedule, I was able to. I think I had went and got my job, my schedule changed. I did. I went and got my schedule changed. I didn't tell my job about job I was working at the time what I was doing. I think I just made up something. That way, I would be able to, make sure my son made all the practices, and I was there to be with him. So and they granted me the time, the shift schedule. I mean the shift change, right? So cool. So we get there. So mind you. Now the coach, like I say, the coaches that's already there, they already doing their thing. They already got everything set. So first couple of times I came, I was like, okay, so what? I just need to get in where I fit in because I know sports. I play football. So what I started doing was I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit back and I'm just gonna see how it works as far as like how they maneuver in the practices, and I could just get in where I fit in, right? So a couple of times I came to practice because it was this guy, Coach Reggie. He used to do the warm-ups, to get the kids ready, stretching, just getting the kids ready for practice. So I think one time he had came late for practice, and I just jumped in there and just started doing it. Next practice came. He wasn't there again, so I did it again. So after that, it just became every time shout out to Coach Mathis. Can't forget about Coach Mathis and Coach Hart, which is still with Coach Prime to this day. Those are my guys. Coach Prime and Coach Mathis, my guys. Coach Hart and Coach Mathis, my guys. They with Colorado Buffaloes right now. So okay. So I get in, I start doing that, right? Then from that, like I said, because I play defensive back, so I started helping out with the drills. Like I said, once I figured out the schedule, once I figured out what was going on, so naturally I just started started doing it. You know what I'm saying? I knew what to do, so I just started grabbing kids and just start working with them. Boom, 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 boom. While the other coaches might take these kids, I'll take the rest of them and just start working out with them. Mind you, this going for about 3 weeks. Yeah, this going for about 3 weeks. I think we had like a scrimmage game in between that time. Yeah, I think we had like a scrimmage game or something with another team. And like I said, I'm showing up. I'm helping out with the kids, making sure they have everything they need. Now, mind you, just to give you a little backstory, I've worked with kids before. Like I've worked in juvenile facilities with troubled kids. So I love giving back. I love working with kids. So this is nothing for me. This is easy. Just helping kids with whatever they need help with. I'm that type of guy. I'm gonna get in where I fit in, right? So, like I say, 3 weeks go by. I'm doing this, steady doing my thing, and like the fourth week. Now, mind you, let me go back. Now, within these 3 weeks, I'm not talking to Coach Prime within these 3 weeks while I'm doing my thing, because at this point. No, he's there, but it's not like I'm not in fan mode at this point. I'm not in fan mode no more. I'm strictly about the kids. So I'm seeing him every day, and he's doing his. Everybody's working. Everybody doing their thing. So, like I say, my fan mode is gone. Like I'm just strictly doing my thing now, right? So that mind you, within these 3 weeks, we're not having conversations because he's doing his thing. This coach doing his thing. He's coaching, and I'm doing my thing. So it's not like, "What's up, coach?" We're not doing that. So okay. So like I say, the 4th week coming around, I never forget. I'm out there. I got like 12 kids, and we're doing defensive back drills. Right, we're doing back pedal. When you. All my defensive backs, you're going to already understand what I'm saying. I'm going to say this. We doing back pedal drills, and we opening up our hips to the right, but we keeping our head this way. Turn and run, plant, and come back. So I'm throwing the ball. So I'm doing that. Back pedal drill. Open up on the 45, throw the ball, they break, catch it, run the ball back to me. So I'm doing these drills with the kids. Man, next thing you know, I see Coach Prime making a beeline straight to where I'm at. Right, I see him out the corner of my eye because I wear shades too. I wear dark shades too, so I'm working with a kid, but I can see him. He's walking fast towards me, and in my mind, I'm like, "Oh shit, am I doing something wrong? You know what's going on?" Like literally, I'm telling you everything what I'm feeling as he's coming towards me. And he gets over there where I'm at. He say, what you doing, dog? So he be with that. So in my mind, I'm like, oh man, I must be showing him something wrong. So I'm like, no, we just over here doing defensive back drills. I'm just, we doing back pedal drills. He said, no, dog. I ain't talking about that, dog. No, you doing a great job with that. He said, have you signed up to be one of the coaches? I was like, no. He said, well, I need you to do that, man. He said, well, I just want to tell you, man. He said, I just want to tell you, dog, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work, man. He said, man, I've been watching you, man. You're very consistent at what you do. Keep it up, man. He said, look, this is what I want you to do. He said, man, first of all, I want you to be part of my coaching staff. In my mind, I was like, what? Now, mind you, I'm just volunteering. Like, I'm just pretty much wearing my own clothes. Everybody else got uniformed up. Now, one thing about Coach Prime, he's very organized. Everybody's uniformed up. Everybody looked the same. Coaches looked the same. Everybody looked the same. So, the colors were red and black and white. Of course, I would wear red, black, and white, or white, black, or all black. I was still wearing the colors. But, so, he did what he said to me. He said, look, dog, you doing the right thing. I respect that about you. He said, man, you come here all the time. He said, nobody never had to tell you what to do, and you just get in there and you just do it. He said, man, I respect that about you. Now, mind you, while he talking to me in my mind, I'm just like, word? And then what he said, look, this is what I want you to do. He said, see my assistant over there? I said, yeah. He's talking about K. He had the assistant named K. Shout out to K. And he says, yeah, go over there. Tell her I sent you. I want you to go over there and give her all your sizes, your shoe sizes, your pants size, your shirt size, your jacket sizes, everything. Give her all that. She said, look, you don't owe nothing. He said, look, you don't owe nothing. It's on me. You don't have to pay for nothing. What? Man, I was floored at this moment. And I said, man, I appreciate that, man. He said, no, dog, I thank you. You do a great job out here, man. Keep it up. And he walked off. Now, I'm standing there like shocked, like on what just happened. Like, what is going on? So, I take the kids and I finish doing the drill because practice was going to get ready to wrap up anyway. So, sure enough, practice is over and I go make a beeline and I go straight to K. I said, yeah, K, Coach Prime came and told me to come talk to you about, getting my sizes. And this is her exact words. She said, listen, I don't know who you are, but she said, I've been working for Coach Prime for 6 years. She said, do you know how many people want to come over here and coach for him and be a part of this organization? I was like, no. She said, do you know how many people want to work over here and can't come over here or have tried to come work over here? Because she was like, he don't just add anybody over here. You just can't be anybody just come be a part of this organization. So she went on to say, she said, I've been here 6 years. She said, I ain't never seen him do that. She said, so whatever you're doing, he sees something in you. Keep it up. She said, I've never seen him endorse somebody just to be a part of his coaching staff. She said, I've never seen him do this. She said, she said, he came and told me about you. She said, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. And once again, I was floored. Now, mind you, this is somebody who I idolize. This is somebody who I never even had a thought that I would meet and know someday. And you know what I'm saying? So, long story short, I ended up being on that coaching staff for like 3 years. My son had a great run there. He learned a lot. Mind you, this is his first football team he's ever played for. This is my first coaching staff that I ever coached for. You know what I mean? And it was just a natural thing. Like I say, I'm just and it just goes back to look how everything played out. So mind you, I didn't know nothing about truth. I didn't know anything about that. So mind you, when my wife came and told me about, she had heard the radio promo about the team, she didn't know nothing about no truth, cause they wasn't blasting Deion Sanders' team. They wasn't doing that. They was just truth. Come bring your kid to be a part of a football program, right? So in the 3 years, I worked over there with Prime, over there with True Sports, great organization, top notch. I learned a lot from seeing the game. I learned a lot about coaching. I learned a lot about working with kids, having patience. For the distant time, Coach Prime was coaching at Trinity at the same time. So they would practice at Trinity for the high school kids, and they would leave there. They'd come straight over there to where we had with the younger kids. Even a young Caleb Mathis was on that team, who's now with the Colorado Buffs. Yes, it's picture right here. A young Caleb Mathis was on that team. You know what I mean? A young Shadur played on that team. A young Shiloh played on that team. But yeah, so within them 3 years I was over there, man, Prime had a great relationship. So mind you, now he's Coach Prime now. And a lot of times I would be at practice, and me and him will be on the sideline, or we'll be in games, or we'll strategize what we're gonna do in these games. And a lot of times I will be sitting there saying to myself, like, yo, I'm over here with Deion freaking Sanders right here. You know what I mean? Like for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would have like out of body experiences, and I would be like, yo, this is Deion Sanders I'm over here coaching a game with. This is Deion Sanders I'm over here having a conversation with about life and sports and family and being a father. Like, and to this day, since he's moved on to Jackson State, he's over there in Colorado. I haven't had the time to get up there yet, but I will be coming up to Colorado at some point, man, to come film or come show love. I will be up there. So it's like, to this day, like I said, we'll still chop it up on social media. I DM him. He'll say, "What's up, coach? What up?" Da da da. He'll hit me back. You know what I'm saying? Just something short and sweet. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to take up his time. Because I know you're a busy man. You know what I mean? So hopefully he'll see this video. You know what I mean? And I guarantee you, he can vouch 100% of this story. This story is 100% true. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Shout out to Coach Prime, man. Shout out to Colorado Buffs, the #1 doggone recruiting program, the #1 transfer portal program. You know what I mean? Colorado will shake the storm next year. Remember, I told you, shout out to Shadur, shout out to Shiloh, shout out to Travis Hunter, shout out to everybody, all the new recruits, everybody, man. We've been watching. Everybody's watching. They're ready. I'm ready. And I will. Trust me, this video right here, y'all will see me on the Colorado sideline. Y'all will see me behind the scenes with this same microphone, with this camera, bringing content, you know what I'm saying, for the people. Like I say, shout out to all our media, shout out to Bucky, shout out to Darius. They doing a great job, you know what I mean? I don't think y'all understand how the work that comes behind filming and editing. It's not easy, so shout out to them. But yeah, that's my how I met Deion, how I met Coach Prime story. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit the post notification bell to where you can get more stories on famous people who I met, and all my content, this, that, and the third, my reaction videos, the whole nine. Until then, next time, man. Yeah!